Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Motivation Monday, the last day in this month of June, June 30th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Back for his second interview today, we have actor and artist Augustusgolie. I am super excited. Before I open up the show, the big ugly bill. They are still determining whether they're going to steal tax-paying dollars from us, the hard-working class, to enrich the billionaires and millionaires. They're still deciding. Two people said that they are not going to go along with the Republican Party, and I'm guessing it is either Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins. But Lisa Murkowski says she was on the fence. Girl, is you or is you not going to vote for this bill that will strip all of us of our health care, of our benefits, of everything? You need to let us know right now in advance. So at this point, it's up in the air. And I just posted something to my stories about John Fetterman said that he's ready to go home. Republicans are having a hard time stealing from us, the American people. And it is very hard for people out here right now. But we'll dish on that later. So without further ado, let's welcome back to the dollhouse my very special guest and dear friend, Augustus Golie. Hello.
What's going on? How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Yourself?
It's hotter than a mug out here.
Yes, it's like 88 down here in the Carolinas where I'm at. You're in North Carolina. I'm down here in South Carolina. It's like at least 88 degrees down here. But
Yes.
overall, how has 2025 been for you thus far?
Oh, 2025 has been very interesting. I've seen a lot and just trying to stay booked and busy. Um, how about yourself? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It is doing wonderful. Other than the climate that we're in, and we talked about it, other than the climate that we're in, I can't complain. Been working on my goals, been doing a lot of press lately. Make sure you guys go and check out the interview that I did on LaTroy Gardner's Stop, Look, and Listen. I had magazine articles written about me. Someone just recently wrote a song about me in the show. So shout outs
Nice.
to Dante, the spoken creator. The artwork is up. Make sure you guys go and check it out. It is pretty dope. So,
I
so
definitely
much
will
I
do
can't
that.
complain. I can't
I
complain.
definitely will do that. And sorry I was running late. I'm still in my car. I had to run from the office to home today. Um, but what's up? It's definitely good to see you.
You
And
too.
talk.
If you're not late, you was perfect timing. It was right on when I came in, went on at 2:59 and started that live. You came right on this. It was perfectly on time. Overall, we know that June is Mental Health Awareness Month for men. So, how have you been doing as it pertains to everything that is going on in the climate right now? How have you been holding?
I have been observing and trying to protect all my energy from anything negative and detrimental, and protect my family's energy from anything negative and detrimental as well. So that's all we really can do is stay observant, because it's hard to determine what's really real these days. Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
from from a mental standpoint, I do feel like we've been stuck in a time loop that we're coming out of right now. But and there's I don't know if it has anything to do with what I've been seeing about CERN or anything, but yeah, just stay vigilant and keep your eyes open.
Absolutely. Vigilant, aware. What advice would you give to men as it pertains to protecting their mental health and peace? We're seeing a lot on TikTok about Black boy joy and Black men finding their joy, or men in general finding their joy and going out, doing things you wouldn't typically see men do as a collective. Like there were these young men and they went to college and they were talking about the importance of voting and everything. Oh my goodness, there we go. The importance of voting. They went out to go get teas and go to a game. All of these things you would typically see us as a collective do together, as a family or whatever. We're seeing more and more men get out here and say, okay, this is me and my soft. And for women, it's the soft girl era, but for guys, they have the soft boy era. We're seeing more and more of that. What advice would you give to men as it pertains to protecting their peace and finding that
Don't
out?
be afraid. Don't be afraid to talk about your feelings to someone that you trust. You know, you got to get it out there, even if you just have to journal it. You know, it's no. I don't really believe in a lot of crying about stuff and whatnot because they say men ain't supposed to cry. But I just believe that you can be in tune with your feelings and your emotions, and I think that men are strong enough, are built strong enough to be able to control them. So, you know, hold your peace when you need to, and put yourself first.
Organic Beefcake says,
That's
I
my
cry.
homeboy. That's my best friend right there. Me and that guy been best friends since first grade. We were the only two brothers in the fast reading group in first grade. So that's my boy.
Look at that.
What up, Herb?
But God,
Yeah,
but God. And to see that right there, your friend supporting you. I love you, man. I
I
cry if
love
you
you
want me to
too.
cry. And I'm going to touch on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love you too, my nigga. Like, sorry for the N word, but like, bro, we've been down since 1985. I still got the same best friend I had since first grade, and that's love. That's my brother from another mother, and I got plenty of brothers from another mother back home. I will be going home soon, though, down to the Columbia area. I'm gonna try to link up with some special people that I feel like you may know.
Oh, yes. We're both in the Carolinas, but you're in North Carolina. My girlfriend, Hope Ellis, is up there as well, too. I have a cousin up there, and I have a brother up there, and a friend. So it's like family all throughout the part of the Carolinas, and mostly in New York. And Organic Beefcake says, I love you forever.
For real, likewise, bro. Likewise.
That's beautiful to see. More
Like
and more
that's a
black
nigga that
men.
I mean that's my homie. Like I be trying to tell him, just say go look in my grandma backyard. Get somebody to go look in my grandma backyard. You know how when you're a kid you used to plant seeds and things. Like I planted
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of fruits as a kid. A lot of fruit seeds in my grandparents' yard. All different kind of seeds that I found. Even seeds that I found when my father was a ABC agent and a SLED agent, and he used to keep evidence in our carport closet. So
Mm.
I I just planted a lot of seeds. I didn't know what I was doing, but I saw my grandfather always looking at the ground, and I asked him one time, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm making sure this ground stays fertile forever, so that you
Mm.
can grow real food back here." And so I would just watch him and kind of pattern him a little bit when it comes to that kind of stuff only. And I would went and ate some apples, ate some oranges, and then planted the seeds. Ate some pears and planted the seeds. So I haven't been home in a long time. I know that my sister has a dog that's really, really mean, and she might just be protecting the crop, a harvest, because we were right at that
Abs-
time, I believe.
yes,
Well,
yes,
that might
yes.
be needed.
And Organic Beefcake says, I appreciate what y'all are talking about today. More awareness needs to be brought to the mental health and emotional health of men. Absolutely. For women, for us, it's normal because we talk about these things. We come from a place where it's emotional,
Right.
and we are vulnerable, and we are sharing bits and pieces of ourselves with the world. Shout outs to my colleague Alvin, tit for tat, this and that. Make sure you guys please go and check out the panel we did. I posted a little clip.
What's up,
Something
bro?
happened on that panel. So y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. And I'm going to follow you back. Thank you, Organic Beefcake. Um, I wanted to highlight this for a reason because in the Black community, mental health is not really talked about enough. We're
You're
seeing
right.
it being normalized because as we are growing up, we have been taught what goes on in these houses stays in this house.
Ooh
But
wee.
if it is causing me pain and suffering, I have to
Ooh.
be vulnerable and talk about it. I can't sit
Right.
in the space where I'm no longer holding on to this trauma. In order to be great, I have to let go of this trauma. Whatever is holding you back, you have to be willing to open up and be vulnerable. And I have at least 9 resources. I found an article on Black Enterprise, and I'm just like, boom, I have to share this with Augustus and any men that are watching. It is 9 resources for Black men during Mental Health Month. Because as we know, we're seeing a lot of rollbacks in this current administration as it pertains to mental health, a lot of cuts for things that are fundamental to us as Black people. So the first one
Right.
is in Ohio, if you're in the Ohio area. Now, the Black Male Wellness Walk, this was established in 2004 as a national initiative in Columbus, Ohio. This organization operates chapters across more than 15 cities. Now, the organization is
Love you
dedicated
too,
to
bro.
promote physical and mental health. As we say, and we touched on this last week on the show about the importance with Kip Tribble. We touched on this on the show. Shout outs to my brother K Tooks. Hi, K Tooks. Shout outs to him. Make sure you guys please go and check out his platform. We are talking about Black men. It is Black Men Mental Health Awareness Month in June. And I'm providing a few resources. So make sure y'all get in pen and paper, write them down. The first one is the Black Male Wellness Walk. Excuse me, got tongue tied there. And it says this is among Black men and boys. This walk run link creates awareness around physical and mental health while promoting brotherhood among Black men. What we just saw was Organic Beefcake, who is Augustus's friend, and them tell each other they love each other. We don't see that between Black men enough. We don't see that. We don't see that. We don't. But I can tell you one night I did see it, and it was for something crazy that happened. It was at the Oscars. The Will Smith slap. And did y'all see how Denzel went over there, hugged him, and pat him on his shoulder? We can't really hear the audio of what they were talking about, but it's just like, I got you. I've been there. I know where you've been from. We need to see more and more of that. We see it with women. If you watch, for us, if you've watched Waiting to Exhale, shows like
Right.
Girlfriends, women, we bicker, we fuss and fight at the end of the day, but there's still a sisterhood amongst us in some sort of way. We have our disagreements, but we talk it out. The next resource is in Texas. If you're in the Texas area, Real Men, Real Talk. And it was launched in 2021. This platform offers monthly discussions on men's mental health that occur under the guidance of local therapists and community leaders. Now, as we're seeing, again, more and more cuts to mental health and things that can be beneficial to us as Black people, as the Black collective. So this organization right here, the Houston-based organization, works to establish a secure environment where men can discuss their mental health openly and authentically without facing judgment. Because in the Black community, what do we know, Augustus? What goes on in this house stays in this house. You don't need to go to no therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with you. That's how we were brought up.
Well, don't forget the therapist we already got, and that's our creator. Don't forget about talking to God. And Chat GPT helps too. Because
That
you can
too.
tell Chat GPT your feelings and it will respond to you.
Absolutely. The next one is in Washington, D.C. Brother, You're on My Mind is the name of this organization. In partnership with Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity, and the National Institute on Minority Health. Now, this initiative aims to raise awareness about depression in Black men, and it was established in 2017 with its headquarters in Washington, D.C. So if you're in the D.C. area, fellas, this is Brother, You're on My Mind. The next one is Therapy for Black Men, established in 2018. This organization helps Black men find culturally sensitive therapists and coaches through its missions. So you guys can go, it's a searchable directory available for users to browse. And they also have the option to become members free online in the community. Now, how good is that? So the resources are there. The next one is Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health, launched in 2020. This is during the pandemic. The initiative seeks to merge cafe culture with mental health awareness with providing therapy funding and free support groups. Now, if you like it private, you can do it private, or if you're more so wanting to be like in a group setting with men who are just like you, this is definitely for you. Now, participation opportunity includes a Chicago cafe. So this is in Chi-Town. If you're in the Chi-Town area, Chicago, Illinois, which holds special significance since it aims to integrate therapy into daily environments. This is for young Black men who grew up in the hip hop culture. So the next one is the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. And this was nationally established in 2018. And Florida Group's programs commencing in 2020. The Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, Florida chapter, try saying that 3 times fast, y'all, operates from Tallahassee while maintaining. Now, guess who is behind this? And I use her hair products religiously. Taraji P. Henson established this group. So,
Okay.
fellas, this is for you, the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. So make sure you guys go and check that out. That is in the Florida area. California, Beam, Black Emotional and Mental Health Collective. The Black Emotional and Mental Health Collective, known as Beam, was founded in California in 2017. Now, the organization works to enhance emotional well being through Black communities, through training programs, peer support networks, and digital tools. It's called BEAM. I love this acronym. So y'all can go and check this out if you're in the Cali area. Pennsylvania, Black Men Heal. Philadelphia's Black Men Heal emerged in 2018 to provide therapy sessions, especially for Black men led by licensed clinicians of color. Because we feel like when we're telling our stories, we got to have somebody there who looks like us, who can understand. You wouldn't get it if you're talking more so to a white therapist. A white therapist wouldn't understand our plight as Black people. So sometimes you want someone who looks like you, who understands, who is licensed and professional, who gets it. Sometimes you want an outside opinion. So the resource is Black Men Heal. And last but certainly not least, I'm not going to keep you, I'm breaking it down because there's so many. The Confess Project. The Confess Project operates in 2016 from its Atlanta headquarters as a national program designed to train barbers to become mental health advocates. Now, just as with women, when we go to the hair salon, that is our therapy, that is our outlet. We go and we talk with our stylist. We get our hair and nails done. Or if you're like me, you like to get waxed. I know it's painful, but I pray it, but it keeps me smooth. I don't like a lot of hair on me. Okay, barbers deliver mental health assistance and resources to clients through their training programs and community involvement activities. So if you are a hands-on person, this is for you. And this is in Georgia. So the Confess Project, you can go and look them up. And this are all the resources, all of the 9 resources for Black men during Mental Health Month. It is key and imperative as a Black collective that we focus on main tip. Yes, we do a lot of gossip too. That too. In the hair salons. We sure do. Yep. But the resources are there. Make sure that you take advantage of those resources because as we're seeing, they're cutting programs. There are no
Yep.
guardrails there to help us. We have to be those guardrails and look out for our neighbor, look out for each other. As you just
Yep.
saw with uh, Organic Beefcake, who is Augustus's friend, close friend, and have known each other a long time, reach out and call your brother. That would be my suggestion. And for Black women, for us too, reach out and call your sister. I
Yep.
noticed that there is cattiness amongst us as women because we are in a male dominated industry
And it's a
and
lot of
we're
hate
competing.
amongst men.
Yeah.
So women be catty and brothers be haters. And then once we start beefing with the opposite sex, somebody out to end up in jail, and it's usually the the men.
Yes.
Um,
And having
like I guess,
conversations like this can be healing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's what a lot of like women don't ever stop being catty to your men, to your man, because that men don't know how to be catty. They got hands, and deep voices and hands. So that could conquer and stop some of the domestic violence issues because families need to stay together. You know, there's kids out here that's gonna have mental health issues because of that alone. Women are bosses and men are bosses. So like, just keep everything intact because the world is probably going to get more and more difficult, and the game of life is going to become more and more difficult. And we don't want our brothers and sisters and our nieces and nephews left behind. So you got to harvest so you can reap it.
Exactly, Alvin. It goes both ways. And I feel as though in order for the Black collective for us to heal, because we have 400 years of oppression. Just think about it. We've been through slavery. We've been through the civil rights movement, the Montgomery bus boycott. We have been through the Stoner Rebellion. If you're in South Carolina, that's deep, 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 way back when. So I'm taking y'all way back in. I wasn't even thought of. None of us was
Yeah,
thought of around that time. That's the
yeah,
Stoner Rebellion. That's deep. So the racism and hatred in this country, it is also conducive to our mental health as well. And
yeah.
I feel as though with this administration, they're doing nothing but making it worse.
Who you? I
And
don't know if
oh my
it's.
God.
Yeah, it is. Life has been getting harder and harder and harder, and trying to break us down as a people for many, 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 many years. But I
Yeah.
also feel our ancestors giving us the power to not give in to what they want us to do and to do the exact opposite. And we aren't going to be docile at all. We appreciate our leaders that we have had, but some of us will continue to turn the other cheek, but some of us go pick up the stones and throw them back. You know what I'm saying? So
Alvin, what have I been saying on the panel for these past few days? What did I say on the girl talk last week? Go back and rewind it all the way back when I had my girl talk with Nikila, Nikki Brown, and Hope Ellis. Black people, we've been taught that. And if you go back in time, it's to, what did they say? It was something that was said they used to say way back in the day where they used to beat black people who were doing nothing but protesting innocently, who were doing nothing but existing. That is conducive to our mental health. It is trauma, and that trauma follows us. And Trump is
yeah,
trying to take us back to slavery. We're not going back into a box. And I can't remember which congressman said that from my city of South Carolina, but he was just like, what? It was funny how he said it, but no, we're not going back into a box. We're not going back to
yeah.
slavery. Any form of oppression that is conducive to us.
Our, our
It is
our
conducive.
our trauma is supposed to be a weapon for our oppressors only, not each other. As a collective of our African American people and our Black American people and all people of color, we are supposed to use our traumas to be better within our own community, and then use it as a weapon towards our oppressors. And I just, I'm ready to see the motherland, to keep it a buck.
I took a deep breath for a minute because that is the point. We shouldn't be pointing a finger at each other. Right now is a time, and I'm going to go back to what Augustus just said as it pertains to family. More and more of us should be coming together more than ever. Find your vibe and your tribe. As we're seeing people out here doing the, what is it, the boots on the ground dance, there's nothing wrong with that. Black people are channeling their anger into something productive, and we have benefited off of that, and we're going to
Yeah,
keep continuing to benefit off of that. We are not going no longer in sorrow and despair and sadness and pain. We're not doing that no more. We told these people exactly what would come if this man got back in office. And
yeah.
damn Skippy Alvin, you know I will let loose on that orange fascist. I will let loose on him, and I have been for the past few days. I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. He puts no fear in my heart whatsoever. I'm a. Are y'all forgetting I'm a Scorpio? Scorpios fear nothing. My
Yeah,
mother's a Libra. She's a fighter, and she raised a fighter. So he can send Pam Bondi my way. She can call for my warrant for arrest. I will gladly be waiting right there at the front door for him. They put no fear in my heart, and
I
I don't
feel.
think anybody should fear anything. We should be aware and vigilant, as Augustus is saying. But when people send me stories and say I'm afraid of what's to come as a black person in America, they've already started going after Haitian Americans. So they've been coming for us. They've been coming for us 400 years. 400 years. So
It's
don't be
sad.
afraid.
It's so
Form
sad.
community. It is. Did y'all see how that Haitian community though? They came, ICE agents came into an all black neighborhood and tried to detain a black woman from Haiti. And this black woman in this community, this village of Haitian Americans, got up there and told them ICE agents ass up. I told you, if you would try to deport black people or try to, like Augusta says, we can turn the only other cheek for so long. But if you're thinking that you're going to go out here and antagonize black people, we are not our ancestors. We are not our ancestors. And we will not roll over for the oppressor. We will not be Toby in Roots. Toby, remember Toby in Roots, John Amos? Toby be good nigga. We're not doing that.
You know, it's crazy because there's a
And
tree right in this courtyard that I'm in front of, bro, that kind of looked like the tree of life or something. And that just kind of made me take a deep breath when you said Toby.
uh, and it's been some unalivings of 4 black people, and these cases have not been reported. So if y'all thinking that y'all can come up in here and take our lives, we will fight before we let y'all do anything to us. We're not Latinos. You dealing with a whole. We built this country. Our DNA is ingrained in this country. So to anybody out here who's feeling despair, turn to me. I will lead you on what you need to do. And there are so many other resources out here that are on the front line saying, hey, our people need to know this. We cannot feel despair. That's what they want. That's what white supremacists and racists thrive off of, is your fear, is your despair, is your depression. Take all of that and channel it into something else. Get involved in your community. Form community. I just gave 9 resources for black men as it pertains to mental health, because this administration just voted to take away the 9, what was it, the hotline for people who have thoughts of, I can't say the S word, but if you know, you know, have took away the hotline for LGBT people who want to have had thoughts of taking their own life. RFK Jr. and this administration. Yes. So now we have to be those guardrails in the community and look out for each other. Job Corps, when I seen that 40,000 students would be impacted, they would have no place to go. Some have parents and families. Yes, they'll be all right. But this was a great program to help them and and gain knowledge on trying to get a job or whatever career field that they're going into. And he wanted to cut those programs. So we now have to be those branches, as Augustus just said, mention the tree of life. We now have to be those branches. If you got a small business, take some of those Job Corp kids in and they have a little bit of skill, teach them. Teach them if you have the knowledge. Teach them, train them, work them up, because
That's
they're not
really
going to
dope.
hire you in this country unless you are white. And I'm going to say it loud and clear. If you are white, straight, and or male, and Christian, by the way, or if you are a billionaire or millionaire, that's the only way you'll get a job in this country. And
That's
now
why they're
people with
building
this,
these smart cities and stuff. They're trying to, and I just, that's why I was speaking on harvesting.
we
Like, you have to make sure you can take care of yourself and your families because it's going to come to a point where they're not going to give us a thing. They're not going to give us anything.
they
And
taking everything from us.
and we're not learning that we have to build heaven up for ourselves if we're still here
We,
on earth, especially in this country.
to the farmers that voted for this, I asked this question: how's your harvest going? How's your harvest going for you? And especially driving near Denmark, South Carolina, it's a certain family. My third grade teacher, her family voted for the Orange Man. And I seen the flag taken down 2 days ago when I drove past with my aunt and mother, my grandmother. The flag
I
was down,
know.
and I showed it to my mother. I said, but God, that flag is taken down. What made you come to your senses? The economy was good under Biden. This man has now tanked the economy and destroyed every single thing, every single safety net to help us. And as Daniels Jerry just said in the comments, they're getting ready to cut medical care, Medicaid, Medicare, and food stamps, which will close down hospitals and nursing homes. Some of you out here are disabled and you are Trump voters. and y'all were out here making TikToks clapping for ICE, more money would go towards ICE. They're building this alligator Alcatraz in Florida where Ron Satan is, and Donald Trump is supposed to be going to visit. There's still rift between him and Ron DeSantis. This is what you voted for. So right now, I would say harvesting, as Augustus just said, well, Black people, we have means and ways to survive and be creative. And it's not by choice, it's by force because of slavery. Because we have been told, get out there, don't talk back, pick those crops the way we tell you to do it, or you will get those lashings on your back from master. And Donald Trump is a president that has been bought and paid for. He is a slave master. So for you to sit up here and call a Black woman beautiful, and I posted something in my stories, you hate Black women. You hate Black people. You hate Jewish people. You hate LGBT people. You hate Iranian people. Your great granddaddy was an immigrant. And to the man who's the driving force behind these ICE raids, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is an immigrant. Did y'all know that? You hate
I didn't.
yourself. You hate looking at us because we are a depiction of you. You are an immigrant. So that's why they want to erase everything out of this country that is Black or brown, because they hate what they are, deep down on the inside. I'm not calling my senator for no damn bill, because guess who the senator is down here? Tim Scott, who just recently went on Fox News talking about how beautiful and amazing this is. Yeah, it would be for you, Tim Scott. So if you can, call your senator. It's not too late. They are still on the fence with this bill. They know it's unpopular with people. How y'all gonna make a choice on stealing from your constituents? You
Right.
can't do it because you know it's wrong, and you got a
Yeah.
conscience that shows that you're human. So don't vote
Yeah.
for this bill. Kill it already. Melania,
Yes.
yes, Melania is an immigrant, and y'all tore Jasmine Crockett up for her telling it like it is. She is no Cindy Crawford, and she is no Tyra Banks. She came into this country just like anybody that's in his family and in his administration. Hell, his first wife, Ivana, was an immigrant. Yes, he is weak, and he is a sellout,
Sorry. Yeah,
and
you are. You're right.
he is a he is a mouthpiece for white supremacy. Remember Toby and Roots?
Mm-hmm.
John Amos, that clip
Mm-hmm.
runs rent free through my head. And I share it with my colleagues, Alvin. Alvin, no, I share it with them all the time whenever I see a Black conservative out here sprouting the talking points of white supremacists. They want to erase DEI or woke. No, Black people been hip to this. We're not new to this. We true to this. We seen right through the man when he called for bringing back the death penalty of 5 Black and brown men in New York, the Central Park 5 are now the exonerated 5. We seen who the man was when he said he would prefer a man with yarmulke to count his money because Blacks, we are lazy. Well, if we lazy, why did you create something called the Platinum Plan and you tried to get Ice Cube to promote it? And he went on Roland Martin's show, and Roland Martin said, this is not the Platinum Plan, this is the Reynolds aluminum foil plan. This ain't shit for Black people. And you said you've done more for Blacks since Abraham Lincoln. Remember, he said that as well, too. Every point that I'm making is valid, and you can't argue with that because you know it's the truth. We've got the receipts, we've got the audio tapes of this man caught on the hot mic saying these things. This man is an outright racist, and he has done nothing but fan the flames of racism in this country. He wants whites and Blacks to bicker, but it's not happening. You want Black bodies on the front line in those streets, marching,
And
protesting,
the,
because we know
the
what will happen
spirit.
when you do. Go
I
ahead,
don't think.
Augustus. I'm sorry.
I don't think spirits have a color. So it's if somebody don't want to mess with you no more, be glad that that spirit is out of your energy,
Hmm. You don't need it.
and you can remove that any bad spirits from your energy. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm going to stop watching the news. I don't have time for a low
It's
vibration.
depressing. I
Yeah.
I do it. It's like for me having to digest a big sandwich and report this every day to our people to keep them alert and aware of what's going on. But for me, even I have to take breaks. I get it, y'all. We are exhausted, we are tired, and we want some joy in my life. I'm gonna give you the real, but I'm also gonna bring some joy. And that's what I've been doing. So I've been switching it up. Of course, it's been political lately on all of my interviews and shows because everybody just like, boy, I asked them how 2025 is going, and they tap me on my shoulder. I'm gonna answer. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go in on Donald Trump. I'm not letting up off of him and his comb over. I'm gonna keep my size 11 stiletto on his neck, and rightfully so.
Be careful now. Let's just we can all play nice.
Oh, you can't play
So,
nice with him. He won't play nice. Not with him, Augustus. This man called our motherland. You said something about the motherland. That's another thing he said. He called the motherland S-hole countries. Now he did a travel ban. Tell me why this travel ban, 12 or 13 of those countries are majority black or brown countries. But you want to bring in white South Africans to the United States as to say they are refugees.
it's a time for a reset, and just stay faithful. I'm gonna have to get back in here and work soon. But we
I
just
can't
gotta
keep
stay.
Augustus. Absolutely. We will talk after this interview. But
We gotta stay
before,
faithful. Stay faithful, and just remember, life has a script. You gotta remember it. I know it's harvesting time, though. I do know that much.
oh yeah, they looking to get everything that is black and brown up out of this country. We won't let it. Black people, we will rest. We will be vigilant. We will create. As Augustus just said, it is harvest time. It is time for us to create. I can't keep him because he's on the clock. Gotta go back in. But I want us to all be aware. He's secretly taking our rights away. Oh no, he's not doing it secretly, Daniel. It's out in the open. And I must say that is one thing I can thank Donald Trump for. Thank you for showing me the people that I need to avoid in this world as a black woman. And thank you for showing our people who we need to avoid because you and how white people truly think about us when we're not in the rooms. Thank you for showing that to us. And as Angela Bassett stated in Waiting to Exhale, thank you for thinking of your children.
Had to take a moment of silence on that one.
Yeah, they don't care about the kids. Some of his supporters voted against their own interests. Black people, we warned you because we've experienced this. We've been through this before. In 2016, when he stepped off of that golden escalator and said what he said, and just recently he fell down those stairs. It should have been a hard fall. It could someone in the comments had me screaming, like, yeah, it should have been a hard fall. But I'm gonna get off of him because Augustus saying, "Girl, you better behave." I can't.
Please
It's
behave. Please
I
behave.
I can't. I had a
Keep doing
girlfriend. She
what you're
ran.
doing. Keep doing what you're doing. But I
We're gonna
like how
listen. We're gonna
you express yourself and your oppositions very tactfully, and I appreciate that. I
got
appreciate
to. We
that you
have to. We
can.
can't be silent. It's coming
I,
back to roots.
I appreciate
Got to.
how real it is, but at the same time, you haven't been disrespectful, and so it's no like that's a good way. You could express your get your point across, even get your hatred across without even being disrespectful, and that's a trait that everybody should be able to pick up on.
I mean, look at Jasmine Crockett, Summer Lee. Look at Maxine Waters. Look at all of the ones who have been calling him out, saying exactly what he is. Even the beautiful Kamala Harris predicted everything that he's doing, he is doing now. And you have Nellie on the Breakfast Club just recently saying, what about her white husband? I love Ashanti. Ashanti is a black woman, so I'm not going to tear her down. But Nellie, you went to go perform for a man who wants to slash cancer research funding, who wants to gut EPA programs, who took away FEMA. So if you're in the Carolinas like myself or Augustus, we have FEMA no longer. Because remember all of the lies And then you have these white militia groups out here trying to attack the FEMA workers while we're in the middle of Hurricane Helene and Melvin because of a lie that him and the beach blonde, bad built, butch body Marjorie Taylor Greene, who decided she's not running for re-election in Georgia. Now she didn't know what type of bill she signed. She didn't read it. So Snoop, Soldier Boy, Nelly doubled down on it just recently on the Breakfast Club. Why are y'all attacking Kamala when she warned you? See, women have intuitions. White, black, women know. We know. Kamala predicted 6 months he would start a war. And look who he started a war with, Iran. And
Right.
he said it was, what did he say it was? It was a success. And Iran was not a threat to us. Iran said, I got you. I got something for you. And what did we see that next day? Those missiles flying over one of the buildings
Right.
out here. And what's his name? Anderson Cooper. Taking Dodge. He was running. He was doing coverage. Because there was a loud sound of an explosion coming from somewhere.
Right. Right. I don't know. We will continue this talk, though. I have
Yes.
definitely enjoyed talking to you today. Um, keep in touch. You have my number and everything, so we'll definitely talk. I get off at 5.
Call me. Don't forget. Call me.
All right.
Yes, it's a lot. I've been staying aware. So before I close the show, Fashion Dolls, today's final thought comes from Nelson Mandela, and it ties into everything that me and Augustus just discussed. We must work together to ensure the equitable distribution of wealth, opportunity, and power in society. And not just for them, the 1%, the billionaires and millionaires, but Black people. Because just think about it, Galveston, we had the first Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And what did they do? They came in and they destroyed it. So it is time for Black people to take what is rightfully theirs. So to these white walkers out here, oh yeah, be very afraid, because Black people, we come in to get everything that is rightfully due, like a woman in a divorce. We're taking everything.
Okay, taking everything. That
Because
used to be
y'all,
a song by Gerald Levert back in the
yep,
day.
taking everything.
That I like that song. Um, it's been a pleasure. I'm just gonna leave with this. I forgot what I wanted to say, but when I remember, I'm gonna let you know. I did just forget what I was about to say just that quick. Oh man.
Your final thought, that was what I was going to ask you, where they can follow you. I think I got Augustus tongue tied, y'all. Hey, I've
Just
been on it. I've been on it. Yes.
I see your fashion today. What's going on with your dress and stuff? What you wearing today? What label you
I
wearing
have
today?
yes, I call it the popsicle dress because it's beautiful, it's colorful, it's for the summertime, and it has a deep slit on the left side. So I said
Okay.
this dress would be perfect to wear. Summer is 88 degrees. I wanted something that was comfortable to wear because it is hot. I was
Did
gonna
you
do a suit, but I said I
did you
I
make
can't
it?
do a suit. That's out. No. Did I
Did you
make it?
make
No.
it?
I bought
Oh,
it. I bought it. I
okay.
already had it. And I said,
Okay,
let me go
baby.
ahead and pull from the closet. I got so many pieces in the closet for the summertime. I said, okay,
All right, man.
now it's time to pull from the closet. And another thing, be resourceful, be intentional. Make sure that you are saving and investing more than ever, Black
Exactly.
people.
Oh yeah, and
Harvest
that's what
time.
I was going to end with. Make sure you putting those prayers into your spiritual bank account. 'Cause you never know when you got to take a deposit, make a withdrawal. Sorry. So you got to put them deposits in there. Um, yeah, and don't forget about God's human resources department. Also, they'll handle any of your life's problems.
Ooh. Yes, because all of this evil, all of this darkness, all of this corruption that we're seeing right before our very eyes in real time, evil doesn't last forever, y'all. His day is coming. This administration's day is coming. It's not going the way he wanted to. Did y'all see his beautiful parade and how that
Mm.
squeaking tank was on the road
Mm.
and how he was angry at Hegseth? And Melania is looking like, what the hell am I doing here? Loved every minute of it. So his day
She
is coming.
her
The
fashions be
emperor
on point
has no
too.
clothes, y'all.
Her fashions definitely be on point too. What you think about Melania's clothes? Her fashions.
I can't decide. Remember when she wore the hamburger hat to the inauguration? I said, what did she have on? The
I like.
McDonald's character, the hamburger. Yeah, I think Michelle Obama is. I love Michelle Obama style.
I
I
love
like
her
her, but
her style
Melania,
too. I was just watching a podcast with her and a couple of the Wayans brothers, and they were talking about
yeah.
a grandparent's love, and
Mm.
I really miss my grandma. But I'm gonna leave with that. Let me get back in here because I got these people looking at me like, when is you coming back?
All right, I can't keep him, ladies and gentlemen. Let everyone know where they can follow you, Gustus, and this interview will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. So head on over and subscribe. And this makes interview 823. So thank you so much, y'all.
Congratulations, um, Augustus Golie. Just Google it. AUGUSTUSGOLIE. It'll take you anywhere. All the links that I have, you can find me, or fourth underscore Augustus.
There you go, fashion dolls. And the interview will be saved. Make sure you go back and catch the replay from beginning to end. Again, check out those resources and we're going to catch up. Make sure you call me today. Is this, yeah, everything that I've been saying. It's a lot.
Yeah, I will. I will. I enjoyed it as always, and we will talk soon.
Definitely. Fashion dolls joining me tomorrow. Derek Muhammad. Make sure you guys tune in. The lineup should be up at 4. So stay tuned. I love y'all
I,
and I will see y'all tomorrow.
I
Talk
will
to you.
definitely tap in. All right.
All righty.